a lot of the people from the previous videos just completely neglected the fact that in my first video I said, like, I grew up in America and Japan. Everyone heard Japan and went, yippee, we're all weebs, we love Japan, and forgot that I'm from fucking USA. America, rah! I want, like, guns. I'm American. I went to school in America too. In America, it's very normalized for cafeteria food to be a thing. Like sloppy mashed potatoes, maybe chicken nuggets, which is like the American comfort food, sure. But it was not my comfort food growing up. Pizza day. That cardboard shit, it was awful. I mean, I liked it. It was pizza, but like straight cardboard, I would not be able to tell the difference. And the happy face potatoes, I would always steal those from friends. I did not like American cafeteria food, so I would always ask my mom to make me a bento box. Japanese as hell, I know. But she would pack whatever she could in there. Sometimes it was sushi, just straight up. Sometimes curry rice, which has a distinct smell, but oh well, you, it tasted good. Sometimes it was just like rice and then vegetables and like some meatballs or whatever. Like it was just healthy food every single day. And everyone else is like, oh, I have to line up to go to the cafeteria and get my ass cardboard pizza food. And I was like, haha, I'm gonna eat right now in front of you. Just fuck you guys. Anyway, yeah, I grew up in America with shit ass food, but I was the only one who got good food. In elementary school, while I was in America, I would bring my lunch to school every single day, my little cute little lunch, and I did not know social norms. I did not understand bullying and like picking fun, which happened all throughout my life, and I figured it out later. But early on, I did not get it. I did not understand why would people do that. So imagine 5 to like 7-year-old Ringo. Everyone else is in line. They get their food. They all sit down. It's the shitty like elementary school cafeteria. I'm eating my cute little bento box that had like seaweed on it, that had like little sausage wieners, egg rolls, mostly stuff you can recognize, like a fucking tomato or a cucumber. Like you can recognize that kind of stuff. But the girl next to me that day just decided that she did not recognize anything in my food and wanted to be an asshole. She looked at my food and was like, ew, it's fucking disgusting. What is that shit? I do not understand that she's bullying me for my food. And I'm like, this is rice. I'm so sorry you've never had it in your life. I'm so sorry you've never had it before. It's such a basic necessity food. And I'm like, it's rice. She's like, ew. And I'm like, this is called a tomato. Have you never had it? She's like, ew, I'm not talking about that. I'm like, have you just never had food? She's like, ew, no, I'm talking about that thing. And she's pointing to the seaweed on my rice. And that day in particular, my mom made me a character bento, karaben, which is where they put like a design into actual food of the bento box. She made like one of my favorite childhood characters, which no one in America will recognize, but it was like Anpanman Dorpanna. It was a like childhood anime for like kids to watch. The equivalent of like SpongeBob in America. So I was like, oh, that's my favorite character, Dorpanna. She kicks ass and like she kills bad guys. She's so cool. And this girl is just like, it looks gross. What's that black thing? Because it was seaweed. It looks like that. And I'm trying to explain like, oh, it's seaweed and rice. The one thing I remember her saying, I was a baby, but I remember exact word for word that she said, that's disgusting. It looks like bird poo. And that was the moment where I was like, I'm being bullied. Whoa! It's just like those like commercials that are like, kids, don't be racist. Don't be a bully. Like that's what it felt like. I was like, whoa! It's fucking real! Like something snapped within me. I feel like the modern current version of myself, possessed 5-year-old me, it was like, do it! Fucking do it! Kill her! So with my little tiny hands, I pick up the seaweed with the chopsticks, and I was like, do you want to try it? Tastes good. And I slapped it onto her face. Just... But she fucking screamed. She cried and screamed and ran to the teacher like a little snitch. And she was like, teacher, Ringo abused me. Ringo slapped some bird shit on me. And I was like, I don't know what she's talking about. And because I was the quiet kid growing up in America and in Japan, I was the quiet kid. If you know, you know. So no one ever suspected me because I was such a good little apple. I was never a bad apple. And then as I got older, there was this kid in high school who straight up, like, no one in the class liked him. I didn't even, like, bring anything weird in my lunch that day. It was, like, rice and vegetables and then some meat. It was the most basic food you can have. And he came up to me and was like,
"Go back to your curry-eating country."
Actually, let me re-say that. He said,
"Why don't you go back to your curry-eating country?"
My best friend at the time got pissed for me and was about to like throw hands with this guy. I didn't react because I was like, that's the wrong Asian. Like, Japan has Japanese curry, but like curry eating country is the wrong kind of Asian. Anyway, what I'm saying is this guy's wrong. His racism was wrong. So like I couldn't even be offended. I was just like, are you fucking dense? I talked about how I would always bring Japanese food and like bento boxes to my American schools. My sister did not want that. She saw and heard about how much I was like being bullied about it. And I got tough skin since I was a kid because that was the regular. But she heard those stories and was like, yeah, I want to eat the happy face potato wedges, and did not go through the road that I did. So she didn't go through that bullying. Good on her. But fuck you for leaving me behind and letting me go through all that by myself. It's like my generation, I got bullied for all the food that I had and like brought to school. But nowadays, they're trying to hit all the East Asian foods. Wow, I love tteokbokki, I love sushi, I love tanghoru. Like words that do not sound English at all. People are now able to like eat and pronounce. Anyway, speaking of American food being unhealthy, I have never in my entire life heard of deep fried ice cream until I was in my adult ages. What the actual is that? What do you mean ice cream is hot? Ice cream is supposed to be cold. Why is it deep fried? What? How do you fry a fucking ice cream? Why is there deep fried Oreos? Why are we deep frying everything? I'm scared. The first time I had deep fried ice cream, ironically, was in America at a Japanese restaurant. I wanted to jump out of the window. It tasted great, but I hated the concept of it. Are you showing me a Google search image of deep fried butter? You disgusting fuck. I have never deep fried butter?
It's fair food.
It's not fair for you to have that. Fuck you. I'm going home to give my uncultured friends a taste of edamame. There's healthy American food. Why don't y'all fucking eat that for fairs? I'm done.
Sensationalism.
The sensation is being killed.
The sensation is the blood pressure that is rising.
The sensation is my blood pressure rising.